Welcome to the Benzano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Damn! The United States men's national team. You think they were going through a divorce the way they have to split half their shit with the women's team. That's right, folks. The men's national team, reaching the round of 16, qualified for a massive payday from FIFA. But unfortunately for them, thanks to DEI, thanks to equality, thanks to women empowerment, they are forced to split half of their prize money with the women's side. You can't make this the Megan Rapinos of the world, the women who represents, they were doing so much complaining and whining. Oh my gosh, we had a head start on the rest of the world, and we've been dominating the soccer because, well, we had a 50-year head start. But we're just so underpaid. We're just so underpaid. Our prize pool is crumbs compared to the men. Well, yeah, that's because people don't watch you like they watch the men. People don't spend their money like they do when it comes to the men. So yeah, you guys are amazing and you're excellent, but the money's just not there in terms of return. So what do? They threw a fit. They threw a fit. If you ever watched White Chicks, they threw a BF. And now they are taking half of the men's shit. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. The U.S. men's national team's World Cup $12.8 million payout will be shared with the women's team after equal pay collective bargaining agreement. Let's dive into the article, shall we? The U.S. women's national team won't play a World Cup match until 2027, but it is still set to receive a major payday from this year's big tournament. The U.S. men's national team earned $16 million from FIFA for reaching the round of 16 before being eliminated by Belgium in a 4-1 loss in Seattle. Under U.S. soccer's landmark equal pay collective bargaining agreements, that money will be shared with the women's national team. U.S. soccer keeps 20% of the prize money. The remaining 80% is split evenly between the men's and women's player pools, meaning each team is set to receive $6.4 million from the U.S. men's national team run. Based on 26 player rosters, that comes out to roughly $246,000 per player. The women's share will not be paid immediately. The U.S. women's national team has not yet qualified for the 2027 Women's World Cup in Brazil, and the final roster will not be selected until closer to the tournament. Until then, the money owed to them will sit in an interest-bearing account, with that interest also split between both player pools. The arrangement exists because of the equal pay fight led by the U.S. women. The United States women's national team has won 4 World Cups, while the men have not advanced past the round of 16 since 2002. They've won 4 World Cups. Yes, they're great, but they've also had a 50-year head start compared to the rest of the world. That's like saying women in America are better drivers than women in the Middle East. Well, because they can't drive in the Middle East. Of course, they're better drivers over here. Not an apples to apples comparison, but you guys get the point. In 2019, members of the women's team sued U.S. Soccer after accusing the federation of gender discrimination. A settlement followed in 2022, along with new CBAs for both teams. The key piece was the decision to pool and split World Cup prize money, a structure designed to address the gap between FIFA's payouts for the men's and women's tournaments. The gap was clear in the previous cycle. The U.S. men's national team earned $13 million for reaching the round of 16 at the 2022 World Cup. The U.S. women's national team earned $1.87 million for reaching the same stage at the 2023 Women's World Cup. Now, I'm assuming this money, like most things, comes from network deals, media rights. Hey, if the networks don't want to pay for the Women's World Cup, that's not the men's problem. If the networks don't want to pay for the Women's World Cup, that's not the men's problem. It's your own problem. Now, the same system is paying out again. Round of 16 teams at the expanded 48-team Men's World Cup earned $60 million, while the champion will receive $51 million. Had the U.S. beaten Belgium, a quarterfinal appearance would have earned $20 million, leaving $8 million each after the U.S. soccer's cut. Instead, the men's national team tournament ended with a round of 16 exit. The result stung, but the payout will still ripple across both national teams. The U.S. women's national team can return the favor in 2027 with any prize money the women earn in Brazil split with the men under the same agreement. Oh, joy. I'm sure the men would say, no, you could keep your half and we'll keep our half. You keep your cut and we'll keep our cut. Oh, man. Folks, I follow the WNBA. I follow Caitlin Clark. By proxy, the WNBA. Imagine if NBA players had to split their earnings 50-50 with the WNBA. Those players would fucking quit. Oh man, let's take a look at some of the reaction, shall we? This is bound to be gold. This is just another example of men being forced to fund women. Feminism is a joke. It's never been about equality. It's about finding different ways for men to pay for women. They lost 5-2 to an under-15 boys academy team from FC Dallas. 14-year-old boys. And this is one of the reasons soccer doesn't prosper here. Others taking something that doesn't belong to them. Once again, women's didn't do one thing to earn the money. It's like a U.S. soccer welfare program sucking at the teat of others' efforts. U.S. women's soccer is a grifting scam by lesbians and DEI players who couldn't beat a high school team. Shame on the women who play for the U.S. women's national team. Wow. I have a lot in common with the women's national team in that I did not compete in this World Cup either. Can I have some money too? Wow. You mean to say that the NBA subsidizes the WNBA and now men's soccer has to subsidize women's soccer? Wow. Feminism needs money from men. Crazy. Wait, so the U.S. women's national team is like a welfare program like the WNBA? Wow. What a joke. Would be better spent investing in youth development programs. They should share it with the 14-year-old boys who beat the girls' team. How stupid is this? Is ridiculously stupid. This is ridiculously stupid. Is there a court? Is there a divorce court they could go to? Wow. If professional women's sports can't sustain itself without being subsidized by men's sports, then it shouldn't exist. They deserve all of it. Absurd. Laura Ingraham, absurd. The U.S. men's national soccer team is being subjected to the same kind of legalized plunder that defines too many divorce proceedings in this country. After grinding through qualifiers, earning their spot in the World Cup, and generating the massive payout that only the men's game can produce, the players are now forced to hand over a huge chunk of that money to the women's team under the Equal Pay Collective Bargaining Agreement. Wow. Sam Tripoli, it's not equality, it's special treatment. Once again, men have to carry, wow. This is nuts. Yeah, there's no way this makes sense. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.